All right, are you tired of all the paper cluttering up your house or apartment? Before you throw it in the trash, you can probably recycle it. Not all paper stacks up the same. A new effort by our sponsors, the Michigan Department of Environmental, Great Lakes and Energy, or EGLE, is aimed at encouraging people to recycle the right way. We want to welcome Hugh McDermott Jr., who is with EGLE. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Thanks, Jason. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
How can people make the effort and do it right?
Well, we want to make sure people recycle as much as they can. As you may know, Michigan's been a laggard in recycling. We're last among Great Lakes states, and we have been for decades. But Governor Whitmer has issued an executive order that's going to encourage folks at state agencies and at state facilities to recycle more. And we also have a public education campaign. You may have seen our recycling raccoons. I think they might have been on this show before.
Oh, yeah. Tati loves the raccoons.
An educational campaign to let people know what to recycle, how to recycle it the right way, and how to make the best use of the recycled materials and make sure they get in the right spot.
All right, so we have, one of these recycling cans over here. I think Kevin can get a shot. I have one of these at my house, actually bigger than this. And I'm always, whenever I throw something in there, I always have this thought like, am I doing this right? Am I putting the right thing in the recycling bin, or is it, should the lid be off? Should it be on? And then you have paper. Not all paper's created equally. So explain that.
Well, first of all, each municipality is a little different. So if you want to know for sure, call your recycling authority or your city, township, or village and let them know. But generally, in terms of paper, newspaper is always recyclable. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Most of your office paper, your copy paper is also recyclable.
Okay.
Just beware of things with plastic coatings on them, like this this ice cream.
What's the ruling on this?
Plastic cups. If it's got a waxy coating, no, it's probably garbage. Magazine, waxy coating, that's just kind of shiny and not waxy, so that can go in. Other things like receipts from, you get CVS, you buy one thing, you get the 3-foot-long receipt. That's not recyclable because of the heat-treated paper and the inks on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about like wrapping paper?
Wrapping paper is also generally a no-no. There's some metallic coating and some other components of that don't lend themselves to recycling.
So if it's glossy, shiny, waxy, I mean, if you have any doubt, then it's trash.
Yeah. We're encouraging people to recycle what they know is appropriate, and if in doubt, throw it out, I think is the saying.
Well, let's bring in our buddy Natalie Jacob with the Green Living Science, which teaches kids about recycling. I probably butchered your last name. How did you say?
That's okay. Jacob. Yep.
I said it right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Tell us about your program and what the mission is there.
Yeah, so I'm the executive director of Green Living Science, and we're a nonprofit in the city teaching the importance of protecting our planet, and we start by teaching proper recycling education. So we really work with youth because they're our champions. They go home, they teach their families how to recycle, and then they can do it right.
My daughter is 8.5, quickly approaching 9 years young, and she is suddenly on me. It's obvious that she's learning something at school because, Dad, plastic straws, save the turtles.
Yeah.
Dad, don't get paper, not plastic when we go to the grocery store. She's all over it.
That's awesome.
So how do you teach kids to get involved and care?
Yeah, so we teach them when they're really young. We start with pre-K students. And we show them what can go in the recycling bin and what is trash. So they learn the difference between if it's stinky and it's dirty, it needs to go into our trash can. If it's clean and it's a natural resource, there are 5 things that can go into the bin. Those can be recycled, and they get it.
What about something like now you said about the waxy, your typical milk half-gallon is kind of waxy. Is that good or no?
No, yeah, cartons,
no carton, no good.
Ice cream containers, those juice boxes, those all need to be thrown away.
What about like a gallon of milk, just the plastic with the lid? Does the lid come off or does the lid go on?
You can leave the lid on. It's better to leave it on rather than throw it in there loosely because it's too small.
All right. Anything else anybody needs to know, either one of you?
Yeah, so just a few other tips when it comes to paper recycling. One of the most common mistaken items is actually paper towels. So despite having paper in the name, paper towels cannot be changed and made into new paper. So paper towels, paper plates, there's typically food waste on them and they have to be thrown away. And one more common thing that we see is shredded paper. So a lot of people are not sure of how to put their shredded paper in the bin. You can put it in a brown paper bag because we really want to make sure we're not putting these little guys in there. Plastic bags, any film plastic should not go into our recycling bin, so keep these out of there as well.
Okay, so generally speaking, if I'm reading the tea leaves right here, if you have wine bottles, any kind of glass is clean, and basically Amazon boxes.
Yep.
And paper, newspaper, and office paper. They're all good.
Yep.
All right. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you want to learn more about the new EGLE campaign and get more tips and information on recycling, visit recyclingraccoons.org. And if you want to learn more about green living science programs or volunteering opportunities, visit greenlivingscience.org. Thank you again.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Hugh.
Thank you.
Tati, over to you.